Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! Often caught myself wondering how many of you guys scream that intro every time you hear Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. It's really catchy, is it not? Thank you guys so much for those of you who have subscribed, and if you're new here, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to hit my subscribe button and ring my bell to stay up to date with notification on everything going down and happening on this YouTube channel. You're going to have a whole lot of fun here. For those of you who are here for the very first time, on this YouTube channel, I like to have a lot of fun, and I draw inspiration for my creative nature from everything that happens to me throughout my day. Like today, I was at the mall, and then somebody came up to me and told me that I reminded them of someone that they knew, and I thought to myself, it must be a subscriber, somebody that watches me on Jonathan Clarke on YouTube, like all of you. Honestly, without each and every one of you, I don't know where I would be. And from my heart to yours, thank you so much for making this podcast one of the best Descendants and Zombies themed podcasts in the entire world. Lots happening on social media platforms today across the internet. Meg Donnelly's new EP, Dying Art, is giving us a preview on Meg Donnelly's official Facebook fan page. I love it. I'm really excited about it. I'm seriously thinking about heading over to megdonnelly.com and pick up my own copy of this one. I say that because Meg Donnelly is an artist that I would love to work with. I also say this because she is someone who never gets enough credit, so I want to say congratulations to Meg Donnelly for dropping that teaser on her Facebook fan page. It's very different from all the dance numbers that we see her teasing in TikTok videos that she shares on her Facebook fan page. I'm really excited to see where Meg Donnelly will go in terms of creativity, because she is someone who never gets enough credit. And I say this a lot about your favorite Descendants and Zombie stars because they really don't. Oftentimes they are victims of criticism, and I am not someone who loves to criticize anybody. Now, I know last year many of you may remember me from being very critical towards Ryan McCartney and Thomas Doherty because of how they treated Dove Cameron in their previous relationships and in their past. I think it was totally uncalled for and an exemplification of unprofessionalism on the part of Ryan McCartney and Thomas Doherty for how they treated Dove Cameron. I believe that Dove Cameron is entitled to a right to speak and a right to freedom of speech. And I think that someone like Ryan McCartney was really taking that away from her. And when a lot of you were bringing it to my attention 10 years ago, my only regret was that I wasn't here for Dove Cameron fans sooner than what I was. It caught my attention after I had read a lot of emails that people were emailing me concerning Ryan McCartney's treatment towards Dove Cameron, because many of you knew how big of a Dove Cameron fan and supporter I was. I was unaware of how Ryan McCartney and Dove Cameron's relationship was going. I followed them on Liv and Maddie. I followed them with The Girl and the Dreamcatcher, and how Ryan McCartney, of course, this was his whole idea, and Dove Cameron opened up years later, not having anything to do with it, because, of course, it was all about Ryan McCartney, his idea to make himself look good and perceive himself for the way that he and himself and Dove Cameron wanted to be perceived. I think it could have been an equal effort. And I think that Dove Cameron definitely was held down more than enough in her lifetime. So then you take a look at the compilations, Alchemical, and the follow-up Too Much, which dropped at the beginning of this year. Dove Cameron explaining her absence from the media. I really appreciated that, how open and honest she was about her lifetime struggle and how she took an absence from entertainment. And then everybody said that she gave up on her career. We're not hearing the same thing from Kylie Cantrell, but she also is being victimized by a lot of critics for her point of view when it comes to politics about Donald Trump. If anything, Kylie Cantrell has inspired me to announce my running for President of the United States in 2028. And I might get over as President of the United States by how many people know me when I go to the mall or I'm just out every day picking up stuff. People come up to me all the time and tell me that I remind them of someone they know. A whole lot of fun. Also, today is the 50th anniversary of Jaws. I remember that movie years ago, and I said that I wanted to go undersea, about 40 feet down a couple of days ago, and blow the bejesus out of a shark with a bazooka. And I still stand to that because the members of the Zombies cast were offered undersea cave diving, which looks really exhilarating, and I would love the opportunity to head down undersea and blow the bejesus out of a shark. There's just something that looks so fun about that. I think that Meg Donnelly being a producer is a great way to really, shake things up with the Zombies universe and how many incredible fans we have for this one, because the creativity now is at an all-time high for this one. I'm really excited to see where we will go from here in terms of creativity, because I think this is the first Disney Channel original movie, and also for Disney Plus, that is giving the stars a lot of creativity. I could only wish to be the producer of Zombies Zombies, let me tell you something. If I was the producer of Zombies, we would never run out of supernatural creatures. We would never run out of titles to call the Zombies franchise, because I think you guys have deserved a hell of a lot better than what you've gotten in terms of criticism. If anything, if someone is going to offer you constructive criticism, then that's what it should be. It could be a constructive criticism video where your stars aren't feeling that they're put down all the time and feeling like they can't say this and they can say this and they can't say this. It's kind of a roundabout with the Descendants stars. I saw a video of them a couple of days ago after they had finished a day of shooting, and they were in a cafeteria with the Backstreet Boys and Rihanna, and they were so honored to be in the same cafeteria in the same building as the Backstreet Boys. Let me tell you this, Kylie Cantrell wants to grow up in the 1990s. I was a 90s kid. I had the honor and the privilege of growing up in the 1990s, and if I could build a time machine, which is very expensive, and pull a Phineas and Ferb, I would take you all back to the 1990s so you could experience the popular rise of the very popular boy band, the greatest boy band of all time, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC and Britney Spears. Let me tell you something. Growing up in the 1990s, playing Super Nintendo and seeing movies like Dennis the Menace and the Flintstones going to the top of the box office, not to forget to mention, I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scream. They were fun too, seeing David Arquette and Courtney Cox in their prime. I loved it. The 90s was an experience that I will never ever forget, and I can only hope, or wish rather, that you guys would have had the opportunity to do it. I am somebody, for those of you who are new here, that very quickly fell in love with the Descendants Rise of Red franchise, for how creative it was, how the flow of it really presented a Wicked kind of vibe. And I call it a Wicked kind of vibe because yours truly checked out Wicked last winter. I loved it, checking out last winter. It was an amazing movie. I'm looking forward to Wicked for Good this year. I haven't got my tickets yet for this because, of course, they are not on sale. But I remember being such a huge fan of the book. I remember being a huge fan of all the music from the stage production of Wicked that we have seen for years, for forever. I took myself up on the opportunity to see Wicked, and I thought the Descendants, The Rise of Red, really presented a Wicked kind of vibe for this one, and I think the Descendants fans have a lot to be proud of. And do I think they should be victims of criticism for being fans of this franchise? No, not particularly. I don't think they should be victims of criticism. I think that, if anything, they should be inspired to see themselves through their favorite characters, like Bridget, who I'm missing dearly. Let me just say this. Ruby Rose Turner's character from The Rise of Red was a very short-lived character. Her time with Descendants is never ever going to be forgotten, no matter how short-lived it was. And for the life of me, I don't know how they're going to put together Descendants 5 and drop it without Ruby Rose Turner. It was just something about how vibrant she was, how so full of life she was from time to time. I really appreciated how creative she was and just how inspiring she was. And so many people were just as inspired by Kylie Cantrell as they came away from this one being inspired by either Kylie Cantrell or Mila Baker. Ruby Rose Turner was an incredible, incredible person. I'm going to miss her dearly. I wish that I had the opportunity to meet Ruby, honestly, because Ruby is just one of those kind souls that is of extreme rarity in this world. I mean, how many times have I ever seen a guy walk down the street and you say hi to them and they don't respond? Real idiots, I think. I've always believed that there are these people in the world that are always here to put a damper on, what we set out to do every day of our lives. When we try to inspire ourselves or inspire our friends to give them a boost of encouragement. I think that if everybody made a consistent effort to spread more kindness in this world will be a better place. And this is ultimately what I, set out to create with this YouTube channel. Not only just inspire other people to create YouTube, but also set out to create a YouTube channel that could never spread enough kindness. And I like to believe that I did that, no matter if it was to encourage you to drive your side-by-side through a rabbit hole every single night, chase a rabbit through the rabbit hole every single night, walk through the forest every single night amongst 500 Descendants and Zombies videos that you will find, because let's face it, there are over 5 or 6 videos uploaded every 5 minutes of Descendants and Zombies on YouTube, this one included, when I get the edits put into it and I upload it, because I got to do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff with this video to enhance it. But ultimately, the goal of the creator of these videos is to create content that will affect the algorithm and push their video further out into the algorithm so their channel will pick up subscribers. They will fill up their YouTube channel with over 25,000 subscribers, 25,000 bots, and that affects the algorithm and their channel is recognized. I did not want to create a YouTube channel that would be filled up with bots. I wanted to create a YouTube channel when I first moved into this house, which is a beautiful location, mind you, to inspire people to to create their own YouTube channel and to inspire people to create their content that they loved, and to inspire people most of all to hit the subscribe button and grow this YouTube channel organically, which is a goal that I think I set out to achieve and ultimately was able to do. Again, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who have supported this YouTube channel time and time again. I can remember a time when this YouTube channel had 5 subscribers, and now this YouTube channel has almost accumulated over 3,000 subscribers on this channel, which means that my subscribe button has been hit almost 3,000 times, and that is truly mind-blowing. To know that I have this incredible amount of support behind me every single time that I sit behind this podcast microphone every single night is an incredible experience for me, and it's been the most fun that I've had in my entire life. As a podcaster, one can only hope that his voice is heard, and my voice has been heard over 15,000 times since this YouTube channel returned last year. There was a point in time when I had put up over 100,000 views on this YouTube channel, and I will be honest with you, I said a lot of things that I probably should have never said on YouTube about Ryan McCartan and Thomas Doherty, but what caught my attention about these guys is how they treated Dove Cameron, how the Descendants actresses have been treated like Brenda D'Amico. I don't think that it's absolutely uncalled for when you're reading press releases about how this happened, relationships between Dove and Thomas Doherty and Dove and Ryan McCartan. I think there was a lot of insecurities with that, and that's what led me to say a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have, but I like to believe that I picked up for each and every one of you who were fans and firm believers in what Dove Cameron was trying to promote, and I did it because I don't think anybody else was doing it. And, you know, I'm an advocate for women's rights. That's something I'll be very honest and very to the point with you guys about on this YouTube channel. I didn't think this YouTube channel was going to have thousands of subscribers like it's gotten to the point of, and accumulate as much attention and draw as much attention as what it has. But I have each and every one of you to thank for that. Do I regret having said some of the stuff that I have? Probably so, because there's some of the stuff I probably should have never said. But you guys have continuously supported me. I can remember a time, like I said, when this channel had 6 subscribers, and now it's gone beyond my expectations. I believe it's gone beyond the expectations of anybody, but I could never understand for the life of me why somebody would devote so much time to criticizing Descendants and Zombies the way that they have, because this is a beautiful franchise, 2 very beautiful franchises, and for the life of me, I don't know why they don't bring these 2 together for a huge movie that could be made. If you're running out of ideas, if we were to believe that, then why not just bring the 2 franchises together and see what happens? That would be a whole lot of fun, because I think that, yeah, I will agree that Hollywood is probably running out of a lot of ideas, but it also presents an opportunity to create. One of the most challenging things as a guy being involved with theater productions for years, and I'm talking about Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, A Midnight Summer's Dream, Dracula, I've done them all. I told you stories about how I fell down through the stage doing the technical paralysis, assisting with that, being an actor myself, and I've told you stories about how people 5 minutes before opening night would go in the bathroom and throw their guts up because they couldn't, handle the pressure of it. The best piece of advice that I ever gave anybody as a theater kid and being involved with theater for years, also ballet productions, although we don't have to tell anybody that, as cool as that was. It was actually a cool time in my life being involved with ballet productions, and I did that more than 1 year. I studied folk literature for forever, but the best piece of advice that I could give anybody when getting involved with the theater industry, you really have to know that it's something that inspires you and you can draw creative energy from. And if you can draw creative energy from that and take that with you, then the possibilities to create are literally endless. And it really, gives you a lot of excitement and an accomplished feeling when you know you can do that and get away with that. If the audience loves you, they're going to let you know about it. And if the audience hates you and thinks you're shit, well, they're also going to let you know about it. And I've had that happen to me more times than enough. When I first launched my podcast back on August 15th, 1999, I didn't think my podcast was going to go anywhere. I was shooting my podcast in my mother's basement back when Winamp and Shoutcast was the thing, and the whole deal to put your voice out so people could hear you. And as a podcast creator 25 years ago, one could only hope to hear your voice. We didn't have Logitech Brio cameras to stream videos in 4K. We didn't even have YouTube, because YouTube first premiered on December 17, 2005, and how you would upload videos years ago, you could message people, you could line up your guests. That was beneficiary, but the features on YouTube really didn't add up. And by 2009, everything started with the channel trailers. Everything came into effect in a big way with the social media links before they took them out. I believe that happened in 2023, and I was really upset about them taking the social media links off the banners. They made a lot of changes to YouTube in 20 years because this is the 20th anniversary of YouTube, just as is the 50th anniversary of the movie Jaws. I can even remember when Jaws was a blockbuster. My mom was alive. They would line up to the end of the block, and that actually was released 50 years ago today, I believe. It was a summer blockbuster. But I can remember when YouTube, going back to YouTube, didn't really have the features that it has today, and you were really limited. There were a certain number of videos you could upload per day. I think it was only 1 video per day, and then eventually expanded to 5. Then you could upload as many videos as you wanted. Your videos got longer. I can remember a time when YouTube videos had to be uploaded in parts. So if your video commentary was an hour long, you would have to spend about 3 hours cutting your video into 10-minute parts. So you probably have 5 parts. Now you can upload videos as long as your channel is verified, up to 3 hours long. You can go live. There was a time, believe it or not, that you couldn't go live on YouTube, and I know how people take advantage of that. I know how celebrities like Dove Cameron and Kylie Control love to go live, even though Dove Cameron wonders how people can go live all the time. Here's how people can go live all the time to answer Dove Cameron's question. I would also love Meg Donnelly to ask me how I got into podcasting, like she's asked a lot of people. How you have to get into podcasting is it's something you really have to know that you want, and you have to know how to tell stories, and that's something that I've known how to do and love doing for forever. And if you can put stories behind your analogies and creative constructive criticism, you're going places. But this is how you go live. You have to have a story, and you have to want to tell people your story, and you want to have people hear your story. I've been on every website there is, blogtalkradio.com, mixler.com. I've been on every professional wrestling news website when I was covering pro wrestling for 25 years for the better part of it. And let me tell you something, every night after a podcast, it was a long drive home. I didn't know if I was coming or going from one night to the next. I was alone for most of my life. A lot of the girls that I were in relationships with really didn't concur with what I was doing in terms of career choices. And oftentimes, when my parents were alive, they didn't really concur with anything I wanted to perceive out of life either and aspire to be. Years later, they accepted it and thought it was cool, especially my dad. I wish you guys could have met my dad, because my dad ultimately was very constructive criticism towards criticizing towards what I was doing. But he very quickly fell in love with it once he realized that it was actually going to achieve success, and I can only wish that my parents could see this YouTube channel at the point that it's gotten to. I have each and every one of you to thank for that. I wish my parents were here to see the acceleration of this YouTube channel, a very rapid fire acceleration of this YouTube channel. I know they're watching somewhere out there tonight, and they're incredibly proud of me, and they're also very incredibly proud of each and every one of you. One thing that I've never ever wanted to do is take away the dreams of anybody. Never ever think that anything is ever impossible in this life, because it's really not. And let me just say this to you. If you're a fan of Descendants and Zombies, and you're a diehard fan of Descendants and Zombies, those are the fans I'm talking to right now specifically. If you're a diehard fan of Dove Cameron, Kylie Control, and you believe in them so much, I'm in the same boat as each and every one of you, so that boat is going to sink. I guess we're going to sink with it together. But there is no better niche that I would have rather fallen into than this specific niche right here. I'm going to tell you why. Because this niche is very dedicated to what it believes in. This niche is a very strong, very powerful niche that has inspired so many people from all walks of life to stand up to their bullies, to stand up to what they believe in, and to stand up for their dreams. And everything is possible, especially life being sweeter when you wear it. That is a song that has resonated with me consistently for forever, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for making me the voice of Descendants and Zombies for what has felt like forever. I don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. I love to record these videos in the nighttime. There's just something about dusk and hitting the record button. My thoughts are together. I love telling stories, and I used to have this consistent habit of writing a journal to a girl that I liked years ago, and I would write pages and pages and pages in a journal for a girl. Sometimes she would take interest in it, more times often than enough they didn't. So I can kind of feel very sympathetic towards Dove Cameron, how she would journal about her boyfriends, about her journey, her career, because I did it too. And let me tell you, I went on a lot of long drives home. When I would look up at the moon, I would wonder if my career was going anywhere. But you guys obviously wanted a hero, and you found that hero in me, and you brought me back from 7 years ago when I thought I had recorded my final podcast, hung up my headset for what I had believed to have been the final time. And we're at this critical point now where I'm telling you guys everything. And I'll tell you why I'm telling you guys everything, because I trust in you. I know you love Descendants and Zombies, and I know that the Descendant stars, you see yourself through those stars, and those stars have told you stories about their life, how they've drawn inspirations from specific Disney characters like Rapunzel. I love how Ruby Rose Turner would love to reprise the role of Rapunzel for the live-action Rapunzel, but reportedly that has been put on hold. It's been put on hold because of the flop in the box office of Snow White, and I was really the only guy who found anything good to say about Snow White. Why? I really don't know, but I was really the only guy that ever had anything nice to say about Snow White. I would say it all over again, but I don't like to criticize stuff, and I know that a lot of people do. I've seen people up to 45 minutes on their podcast sitting behind a microphone criticizing Descendants and Zombies, and there's really no need of it. Just to give you guys a little bit of an update, I will be doing a Cameron Boys tribute video to commemorate the day of his passing, happening on July 6th. So if you have not hit the subscribe button, you're going to want to do that. And I will be doing a compilative look at Meg Donnelly's new EP called Dying Art. It looks really creative, really full of exuberance, and I've been meaning to take a look at that, and I will be doing it over the next couple of days, be it that she's dropped the trailer now on our official Facebook page. So for those of you who may not have seen it, there is a new teaser trailer released for Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland. I believe it dropped a couple of days ago. It may have dropped today. I really don't know, but I saw it when I was scrolling down through Facebook this morning, and I wanted to take a look at it because it does look really, really cool. And it's probably one of the coolest trailers that I've ever seen for Descendants. It only runs for about 15 seconds. It's a hug between Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker showcasing their friendship. And the interesting thing is a lot of people have been leaving in the comments if I thought that Chloe and Red were going to get together for this purpose of the script. I really don't know, but at this point in the Disney evolution, anything could happen. Let me just say that. I'm not closing the door on the possibility or probability of anything happening with the Descendants franchise. So do I think that could happen? Really, anything can happen in the Disney universe to the point it's at right now. But for those of you who have not seen this trailer, I'm going to be streaming it for you for the first time on my YouTube channel today. So if you have not hit the subscribe button, you're probably going to want to do that to stay up to date with everything happening on this YouTube channel, because your YouTube notification bell will light up red when you pull down the notification menu. You will get a video from yours truly. And trust me when I tell you, if you trust in me, I will never let you down. So what do you say we take this opportunity to go spread some kindness, and while we spread it, take a look at this reaction video. I have to be honest with all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I love when I see Kylie Cantrell posting these reels on her Facebook fan page. Of course, it's Kylie Cantrell's Facebook fan page with over 460,000 plus subscribers. Holy shit, I wish I could have just that many on my page. So if you guys could take a moment to hit my subscribe button, or Kylie could lend me at least, I don't know, 150,000 of those 450,000 she's put up, that would be great. I think the Descendants universe is one of the most supportive and die-hard groups of fans that I've ever come across in my life. I'm very thankful that I fell into this niche, and I am actually really excited to watch this video with you for what I believe is going to be the first time ever. Well, it would be the first time ever because Kylie only just posted this video literally today, and thankfully enough, I was looking for some content to show about Descendants today, and Kylie threw this up at the last possible second, so I guess I should never count Kylie down on her luck. What do you say we watch this video together? I think it will repeat a couple of times.
Know if I could be a boy, it'd be alright.
I like her voice. Oh, there's Ruby. Hi, Ruby. She loves those emojis so much. I like her hair. I wonder what I'd look like with red hair. I've contemplated that for forever. I've kind of lost sleep over it. She looks amazing. She's such an inspiration to so many people. Wonderful person. Choreographing is just amazing. I love how the choreographing just falls into place with everything Kylie Cantrell has done. The parkour, of course, the training, the boot camp regimen they had to undergo for Descendants. They are in great shape. They look absolutely fantastic. But again, I wish I could alleviate some of the pressure that's been put on their shoulders. I think a lot of creativity should be bestowed upon the cast of Descendants because I trust in them. I don't know about you guys. but I feel somewhat trustworthy of them. They have great resumes. The resumes speak for themselves, kind of like mine. And I would just love the opportunity to work with them to alleviate some of the pressure and just give them some creative control. I believe Zombies was the first franchise that actually bestowed some creative control on people like Milo Menon and Meg Donnelly, so we can kind of give that same kind of creative control to the producers and writers and the cast of Descendants to make them feel a bit more free and to feel themselves. I want to say thank you for taking the opportunity to watch this video with me. It was just posted on Kylie Control's Facebook fan page. If you want to go back and watch this either in my archives or on her Facebook fan page, if you have not subscribed, please do it. So that's a huge plug for Kylie there. I want to put that out there. Thank you so much. Give me a second to switch back over and we will close this thing out. I want to just say this. Disney will never have stars like we are seeing now. This generation is represented by Kylie Cantrell, who has really become the Hannah Montana of the new generation of Disney, part of this new Disney Channel revolution, if I can get away with calling it that. Mila Baker, who is just so powerful, and Ruby Rose Turner, who has just exemplified so much kindness. I can never get enough of it. I miss the original Disney stars like Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place's star, Selena Gomez, and Demi Lovato from Sunny with a Chance and her music career. I miss the original Disney Channel stars. But let me just say this. Disney will never have stars like that again, and I'm going to dearly miss these stars. I said this here earlier. I don't know how they're going to do Descendants 5, put it together and drop it without Ruby Rose Turner. You can bring in as many replacements as you want to play the character Pink. Keanu Romero coming in to replace Ruby Rose Turner, kind of very similar vibe from her presentation of Pink as we got from Ruby Rose Turner's presentation of the young Queen of Hearts, Bridget, who was a character that ultimately got on all of our nerves. But as far as I'm concerned, Disney has created some of the best friendships of all time. Ashley Tisdale and Vanessa Hudgens, Rowan Blanchard and Sabrina Carpenter, who actually had their own hashtag, which was really catchy. Robrena, they were calling themselves on Twitter at the time. Now X being revamped. Some of the greatest friendships of all time, and now this friendship, of course, we're seeing between Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker, which I seemingly can never get enough of. And I kid you not, somebody actually approached me today in the mall and said that I looked like somebody that they had known for seemingly their entire life. So I'm glad I made somebody happy today, and I hope I made each and every one of you happy today. I want to let you guys know that I'm very serious about throwing my name into the hat to run for President of the United States in 2028. So if you support my presidential campaign to make Disney Plus mandatory in all homes in America, and of course to make America all about Descendants, where I will finance Descendants with over 15 million plus, hit the subscribe button and let's make America all about Descendants. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. I think that your Descendant stars have received a fair share of criticism, so if you want to hear something nice and see something nice about Descendants and Zombies, you're going to want to keep it locked on this YouTube channel, because trust in me, and I will never ever let you down. I think there is never enough kindness spread in this world. So with that being said, what do you say we take this opportunity to go spread some kindness right now? Until we do it again tomorrow night, bye YouTube, and I will talk to you again really soon.